What's up, gamers? This is RJ from Game News USA here, back today with another top 10. And I figured we'd take a break from counting down top 10 games on specific consoles. And instead, I want to touch on top 10 games in specific series for now. And we're going to talk about Mario Kart today. Top 10 Mario Kart games of all time. Now, there's only ever been 10 other than official, like, arcade-type releases. But, so they're all on the list, basically. And I want to say, the Mario Kart series has a high threshold of greatness. Now, these first 2 or 3 games are, whatever. But the top 7, it's like splitting hairs a little bit. It's really difficult to rank this list. It's, because almost every game is just tremendously great. So without further ado, let's get into it. But first, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Much appreciated. Number 10 is Mario Kart Home Circuit. Sorry guys, I can't get on board with this one. It's not really a Mario Kart game I look forward to. Racing around in your living room, it's whatever. Number 9, Mario Kart Tour. Again, not a fan of playing Mario Kart on mobile. Not really my thing. It doesn't really capture the speed and the gameplay and the way that I like to play Mario Kart. I am happy, though, that a lot of those tour tracks ended up coming to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe later on, because they're actually, those city tracks are not too bad. But as a game, Mario Kart Tour, with all the microtransactions and the gameplay, I can't rank it any higher than number 9. Number 8, Mario Kart Advanced. It's Mario Kart's first handheld game, and it was on the Game Boy Advance. I think it's a very forgettable entry. I don't think it's bad, but to me it's not anywhere close to the top 7 on this list. There's some bangers in there. Once again, I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe remaking some of those levels like Cheese Land and Ribbon Road or whatever made those levels better. And but you know, if you got nothing else to play and you got Mario Kart Advance, it's not bad. That's why it's number 8 on the list. Number 7, Mario Kart DS. Their second attempt at a handheld Mario Kart turned out much better. Even though it's only one spot higher on the list, this game easily could have been the 3rd or 4th best Mario Kart. It had mission mode, it added online, it added retro tracks. I think where I might have a little issue with it is you had the snaking mechanic that people would abuse, and that was an issue. But it established a lot of stuff in the series for Mario Kart going forward, like the online and like retro cups, which doubled the game. But also, it has something that I would like to see return to Mario Kart, which is that mission mode. Number 6, the original Super Mario Kart. That's right. You know, this game was super fun. I played it back in the day. I used to rank it much higher on the Mario Kart list. You know, however, after revisiting it, going back to it, I realized there's some BS with it. You know, it's not real 3D. It's kind of fake 3D if you think about it. It's the AI of the enemies that, you know, they catch back up to you like a rubber band. It's a little bit of an issue. The game is super fun. It's very colorful. And it's very simple. But however, the tracks keep, like, you keep getting, like, multiple Vanilla Lakes, multiple Koopa Beaches, multiple Donut Plains. And it's like multiple Bowser's Castles, multiple Mario Circuits, they kind of all run together eventually. So I feel like a little bit of lack of track variety is what keeps it down at number 6. But there's no denying the game is fun, especially it still has one of the best battle modes in it too, in my opinion. But that's where I have Super Mario Kart. But number 5, Mario Kart 7. I think it's the best handheld Mario Kart of all time. I sunk in hundreds of hours into this game online, and you had the hang glider. You could go underwater. It added a lot of that stuff. It had a lot of characters, retro tracks. You could customize the tires and your parts. It was really good template for what we saw later coming with Mario Kart 8. But Mario Kart 7, number 5 on the list, and I was debating putting it higher. Number 4, Mario Kart Wii. Loved it. It was super fun, super competitive. It added bikes. It had some great tracks. And at the end of the day, even though I did love Mario Kart 7, Mario Kart Wii was on home console. I had a lot more fun playing with friends in the same room than just playing online on a handheld. So at the end of the day, that's why I put Mario Kart Wii at number 4 on my list. Now we get to number 3, Mario Kart Double Dash. Why? The Double Dash mechanic is awesome, folks. I would love to see Mario Kart Double Dash mechanics return to a new Mario Kart game. It's so genius because you could sit there and even if it's somebody that's not good at racing, you could have them sit in the back seat and they could throw the items, they could punch enemies, and doing the pairs. It's really fun. It was really fun to switch back and forth between driving and throwing the items. It's great because you don't have to worry about messing with the items if you're driving, and if you're doing the items, you don't got to worry about driving. It's perfect. It's great for co-op. It's great for versus battles. So, I mean, bringing back that Double Dash mechanic, but doing it in a modern era where you play it online and you have a good time, I think would be an excellent choice in some fashion for the next Mario Kart. I also like the fact that you had special items, like Mario would get the fireball and stuff. Special items you didn't really see much in many of the other Mario Karts. So seeing that in Double Dash was great. And that's why it's number 3 on the list. Number 2, Mario Kart 64. And for the longest time, this was my favorite Mario Kart game. Why? It was a huge upgrade over Super Mario Kart. The levels are classic. Like, there's only 16 levels. They don't do retro tracks. But almost every single track in this game is so memorable to me. It's so good. It's kind of like with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I remember those maps, those 16 maps, more than I remember anything else in the series. The same is so true with Mario Kart 64. I remember those 16 tracks in and out. In fact, I'll name some of them here. Toad's Turnpike, Wario Stadium, Bowser's Castle, Rainbow Road, Sherbert Land, DK Jungle Parkway, Yoshi's, whatever they called Yoshi's Eggland or whatever. So, the Boo's level, it had so many iconic levels. Royal Raceway, and I just played those tracks day and night. I'd go cup to cup, cup to cup, cup to cup, and enjoyed the hell out of the game, honestly. It had great mechanics. It added the the blue shell. And I really liked the gritty, real feel of that 3D racing back then. And absolutely loved it. Mario Kart 64 second on the list. However, we get to number 1. Number 1, without a doubt, is Mario Kart 8. Now, I'm not talking about adding the DLC in and all that stuff. I have to go just base game, let's be fair. But even just base game Wii U, Mario Kart 8, with 32 tracks on its own, still the best Mario Kart. Adding the anti-gravity mechanics definitely was a game changer. And Those tracks were super enjoyable. You had many character options. It was the perfect feel for the racing. Excellent. Number 1 on its own, even before you add the DLC. Not by much number 1 on its own, but it is just a touch ahead of Mario Kart 64 on its own. Then, when you do add in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which had tripled the game. It went from 32 tracks. It added the Wii U DLC tracks in there to 48. And then doubled it again to 96 since then. It's like, holy hell. This game is unbelievable. There's so much to do in it. They fixed the battle mode, which was the only issue with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Or with the original Mario Kart 8. And so at the end of the day, I think Mario Kart 8, or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, whatever you want to say, it's number 1 on the list. It has to be. It has to be. It has all those N64 tracks basically in the game that I loved on my number 2 spot on the list. So anyway, guys, with that, that's the end of the video. Those are my top 10 favorite Mario Kart games. Thank you all for watching. Peace. Have a good one. I'm out.